Okay. We go again. All right, here we go. You all ready? We're doing these again. Hey, Happy New Year. Today's the 1st, January 2021. You thought we were going to forget to do our workout? No, we're still going. Let's go. I hope you're with me. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Whew, I gotta take a break. Okay. Whew. Happy New Year, happy 2021. It's been a minute and 30 seconds. We knocked out 40 push-ups in less than a minute and a half. Do your best. Try to follow along. If you can't keep up, don't even trip, man. I'm 53 years old. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not trying to be Mr. Olympia. I'm just trying to take care of this temple that God gave me. Once a Marine, always a Marine is my belief. September 1985, I walked across that grinder and was graduated as a Marine. I was in really good shape. And part of the regimen was push-ups, running, pull-ups, dips, a little weight training and strength training in boot camp, hikes with 80-pound packs on your back. I'm talking about long hikes, 15 and 20-mile hikes. Whew. Okay. That's infantry training. This is just strength and conditioning. Let's get some more push-ups. You guys ready? Let's do this. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. All right. What I suggest is while you're doing this, you wear comfortable clothing. This is one of those shirts that it's an athletic style shirt that wicks away sweat and it's comfortable. And then some cotton shorts, athletic shorts. I'm in my house, in my apartment, whatever, and I'm just trying to be as comfortable as I can. And make sure I get my workout in. So that was 60 push-ups. I'm gonna do some more. One thing you've got to do, and I demonstrate whenever I do stuff, I try to set the example and not just talk about it, but be about it. This is a big old thing of water. You can buy these at Ross for like $10, this container. It keeps liquids either very, very cold because it's triple walled, insulated, or it keeps liquids very, very hot for hours. You can put hot liquids in here, they'll stay hot for hours. You can put cold liquids in here, they'll stay cold for hours. Very cool piece of gear. In this case, it's just some cool water, not cold, but cool. So as you're working out, take water breaks throughout your workout. It's so important to stay hydrated. Just in general. I'm in Whittier, California, as you guys know who follow my channel. This is what the day looks like outside. Just wanted to show you that because it is a beautiful day. I'm not sure where you guys live, but that's what it looks like here in Whittier, California. Now, I got up this morning, I don't know, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Right now it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Had to do a few things. Sweep, mop, dishes, fold blankets, make the bed, brush my teeth, shower, shave. Then I work out. I'll shower again later. Listen to the Word of God. Pray. Those are my daily things, right? Working out is one of those things. Prayer to the Lord is one of those things. Listening to the Word of God is one of those things. Cleaning the house is one of those things. If you're at home, cleaning is like one of those things that you got to do every day. We learned that in the military. Cleaning never stops. Personal hygiene never stops. Brushing your teeth, taking a shower, putting on lotion, deodorant. That's every day. As much as you can manage it under your control. All right, so I'm going to work out some more, but there is a topic to today's video. There is a purpose. You guys probably saw the title of the video called Survival of the Fittest. Okay, well, people ask me sometimes about my military service, what I learned, what I did, how long I was there, things like that. So briefly, what I'll talk about is I have absolute respect for every branch of service. And there's 5. Actually, there's 6. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, which is now considered to be an official branch of the U.S. military. So that's 5. What's next? What's the next one? Some of you guys are going to already guess. Space Force. That's number 6. Authorized under the Trump presidency, under his tenure in office, the United States Space Force is a branch of the U.S. military. So we have 6 branches: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. So I have respect for all you guys, for every branch, for those of you who are on active duty, for those of you who are in the reserves, for those of you who are in the delayed entry program. You made a decision to join. Mad respect. And for all my veterans out there like myself, never give up, brothers and sisters. Never give up, meaning those lessons you learned in the military, in the Marines, in the Army, in the Navy, in the Air Force, in the Coast Guard, apply them. That's what I do. Life will knock you around, knock you down, but the discipline, the love, the stuff we learned in the military, the leadership that we learned, the discipline that we learned in the military will serve us veterans for the rest of our lives. It's serving me because I've been knocked around emotionally, physically, financially, but hey, it's 2021 and I'm still alive. I'm 53. Keep that positive mental attitude. Big ups to Whittier Calhoun. She's been through a lot. Nothing but love and respect for her. She's suffered through some very challenging things, and yet she's tackling it with an extremely good attitude. So very proud of her. All love and forgiveness for everybody who's ever harmed or hurt me, and I hope you guys, anybody I've ever harmed or hurt, forgives me. So again, back to the topic. Now that I've covered a bunch of stuff you guys heard, survival of the fittest. The reason this is such a topic for me, because people ask me about how do you survive? How do you get through it? Economic challenges, unemployment. I'm suffering through a few of those things. Number 1 is my positive mental attitude. Actually, number 1 is my faith. But Part of that is having a positive mental attitude. Some of it is my training from the military, training in life, experience, going through tough times and surviving. Experience is the best teacher. Sometimes you have a one and done experience and you don't recover and you're dead. But if you survive it, you learn from it. Therefore, you don't have to be angry or bitter. You just have to realize, hey, that was a learning experience. Let me keep that good attitude and move on. Survival of the fittest. Practically, in a practical way, it's just what I said. Experience is a great teacher. Learn from those experiences. Apply the wisdom to yourself and to your life. And get rid of all the stuff that doesn't work. Downsize. I've downsized my life in so many ways. And I'm probably going to downsize some more. So, on a really, really, really basic level, let's talk about the gear. Some of the gear, there's a lot of gear, but let's talk about some of the gear you may want to have or acquire over time or purchase or make yourself or borrow or get from Amazon or have your dad or mom give it to you or whatever. This is some of the survival gear that I have, and let me show you what I use in a practical sense if you needed to survive off the land, let's put it that way. And it's a real topic. You never want to have it get that, severe, but it could. What I recommend for everybody here watching this video is to rent or Netflix or whatever, the first Rambo series movie called First Blood with Sylvester Stallone. The very first movie called First Blood, where he's a Vietnam veteran, former Green Beret, gets out of the army after several combat tours, and he's got PTSD really bad, and he's kind of lost. And he goes to a town in like upstate Washington, not DC, but Washington State on the west coast side of the house. And he looks for an old surviving buddy from the army, from the Green Berets days. And it's this big black dude. I forgot his name in the movie, but he passed away from Agent Orange. And that was the last surviving team member from John Rambo's Special Forces unit, his A-team. And that sent him into a state of more depression than he was already dealing with. Then he has to run into this redneck sheriff who's just a small town sheriff with a bad attitude, a chip on his shoulder. Him and Rambo, they bump heads. It becomes the catalyst for Rambo going into this full-on PTSD meltdown. And he shows the sheriff who's boss. The sheriff's ego is like, I'm going to show that Green Beret who's boss. And then it's a battle between these two men. And everybody else is in the way. So it's crazy. It's a good movie. But the survival skills that Rambo displays in the movie, the character Rambo displays, or what he learned in the military, what he learned in the Green Berets, they served him well. Watch the movie. If you haven't seen it, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Comment below. And that's Survival of the Fittest. A good movie. All right, so let me show you some of the gear that I'm talking about that I have right now currently and that I own, that I would definitely use in a survival of the fittest, dire straits, zombie apocalypse, end of the world, live off the land type scenario. All right, let's break it down, everybody. I'm gonna set this camera down so you guys can see what I'm doing, and then we'll talk about my survival gear. I'm gonna go from this angle over here. All right. Let's see. Move some of the stuff out of the way. This is going to be my display area. We're going to start with number one. One of my favorite tools is this recurve bow. I'm going to give you all the angles of it visually. It is made of wood, actual real wood. Give you guys some close-ups. It's like a handcrafted bow. Okay, and I'm going to explain it to you as simply as I can. This particular brand is made by a company called Smoky Mountain, and this is the Smoky Mountain Hunter bow. Okay, now these limbs are removable. You see there's a screw right here. You unscrew that and these limbs come out. There's one here and there's one here. The limbs have a tensile strength to them in measurements of pounds. So you can get like a 20-pound pull, 25-pound pull, 30-pound pull, 40-pound, 50-pound, all the way up to like 100 pounds. I don't even know if it goes any further than that. So what that means is when I pull on this string right here, the bowstring, it takes 50 pounds of pressure for me to pull it, stretch it out. Okay, 50 pounds. That's very strong. But by California state hunting laws and regulations, you need at least 45-pound pull for the limbs for you to legally go hunting like deer or any kind of game animal like bear. People hunt bear, deer, goats, which is known as like sheep, like wild sheep, or like bighorn sheep, which is basically a big old goat. Wild pigs, coyotes, things like that. I just break it down. Whatever else they hunt in California. This is all strictly California. I don't know. I can't speak for other states. But when you look into the gaming regulations, you can go to the website. You need 45 pounds minimum pull if you're going to legally hunt. And then, of course, you need a hunting license to hunt. And this is one piece of gear that I recommend anybody get and practice with. These little screws on the side here you see are to mount a holder for spare arrows. Okay, the string came with it when I bought it. Then I bought these silencers separately, which helps to alleviate vibration, which these are just little pieces of rubber. There's one on either side. Again, it's to dampen the vibration of when you release the bow. And when you're shooting bows, you never want to have where there's no bow, no arrow, and you pull and release. Always slowly bring it back into place. So that is one piece of gear that I recommend everybody get for an SHTF situation. Look that up, SHTF. I'm not going to say it over the air, but it means all hell's breaking loose. All right, and there's no stores to get ammo. I say get one of these. Doesn't have to be this brand. Again, this one is the Smoky Mountain Hunter. And these are 50 pounds, which is very heavy, even for me. And I'm 6 feet tall. I weigh 240, 235. But you need at least 45 pounds if you're going to hunt. It gives it what's called a quick kill or clean kill, or so the animal doesn't suffer, or you're basically being humane to the animal, to the coyote, the deer, whatever the game animal that you're trying to hunt for survival, for food, or to defend yourself from attack. If you're getting attacked by like a mountain lion, you want to have 50-pound pull, because you want to be able to drop that animal before he shreds you up, All right, so item number one. What is the cost? That ran me about 120 bucks. You can get them a little less or a little more. I think I bought it on Amazon, but that was 120 bucks. Okay. Item number 2, and it goes along with that, is these. These are, I know it's reversed, like the way I have the camera, so you can't read that, but it says blackout. And these are the X3 Hunters. These are your arrows. So these are carbon fiber shaft, and they have the feathers on them. And then, as you see, some of them don't have tips. Some of them do have tips because the tips come off. You just unscrew them. Screw it in. These are for target arrows. These are target tips. Now, this little screw-in part right here, the tips here, those had to be glued in with like a super glue, like a Loctite. And I had the guy at Bass Pro Shops do that while I was there because he offered. He goes, hey, you want me to put those on? Or you could do it at home. I said, no, do it. And I saw him do it. I was like, cool, thank you. So I bought these about a year ago or so. Maybe longer, like a year and a half. So you got to have some quality arrows to go with your quality bow. And these are really good quality. And see, if you see here, it tells you to make sure you flex it to make sure it has the flexion that you need, the stiffness or whatever. Flex it first. It gives you this the status of, you know, the size and all that, and all these little. You just read about it. It'll tell you what classifications and all that kind of stuff. So it tells you can use this with a compound bow or a recurve bow. That's a recurve bow. Compound bows use the wheels on them. So what else? I don't want to get too much into this, but just basically read here as a reference for anything you want to know about these carbon fiber bows. I think these are carbon fiber. And then it gives you like the straightness, the shaft tolerances from the machining. So it's 0.003 straightness of an inch, which is 3/1000 of an inch. All right, whatever. But anyways, carbon fiber shafts. And it says they deliver an extra edge of precision that can make the critical difference between a clean kill and an empty freezer. So it's hunter lingo. So bottom line, get yourself quality arrows to go with your quality bow. And in this case, it came with 6. I have 4 in there right now. I'll show you why I only have 4. I've been practicing. If you look down the hall, that weight bag, which I don't use, I bought that for somebody who left it here. And since they left it here, I don't really need it, so I shoot arrows into it to practice. You got to get better, right? You only get better if you practice. So from standing right here to back there, it's a 10-yard shot. I already measured it. It's 10 yards. So I'm practicing my archery skills at 10 yards inside my house in an apartment, shooting arrows into a soft target that can absorb the impact. It's pretty cool. I don't know. You guys think I'm crazy. That's fine. I don't care. This is what I do. What do you do? All right. So that's item number 2 is the quality arrows to go with your quality bow. Item number 3, practice. All right. So you see, I practice. And now let's go to item number 4. Item number 4, we're gonna make it real simple. some eye protection, polarized. These are polarized sunglasses that I got at Walmart. Budget. These are $5, $4.95. They're plastic, they're light, yet they're durable. I've had them for months. I use these all the time. And they're polarized, which is good. It means that it helps to cut glare if you're looking into the water, if like you're fishing and stuff like that. So get yourself some cheap sunglasses, because if you lose them, you're not tripping. All right, so that's item number 3, eye protection. Item number 4, what are we going to do here? I say let's talk about here. I'm gonna put this back down so you guys can check me out, right? All right, so the item number 4 is going to be a watch cap or some type of a beanie. This one says United States of America on it. 7-Eleven sells them. You can't see it because it's reversed, but see the eagle? It's kind of cool. You lose more heat from your head than any other part of your body, than the other part of the human body. So if you're stuck out somewhere, even if your car breaks down, I hope you have some way to keep your head warm. So a skull cap or a watch cap or a beanie, whatever you want to call it, is a good piece of survival gear. How much was it? I think it was $8.99 or something like that, $9.99. I don't remember. It was a gift. All right, so protection for your body heat leaving your body, which is from your head. We covered that, right? Next up for essential survival gear is like a universal survival knife. This is not a knife that you use in the kitchen, and it's not a knife that's used for fighting. It's not a K-bar. It's not a bayonet. It is a woodcraft knife, a chopper's knife, a survival knife. It came with this sheath. This is made by the company Schrade. I forgot what I paid for because I've had this since 2013, I believe. I've had this for about 7 years. Take it out of the sheath and show you. It's got a specialized design on the blade. This one is the model is the SSgt F9, which is the Schrade something F9. It's right there, but again, it's reversed. It was designed by some guy named Griffin, who's a famous knife designer. So as you can see how the blade kind of curves this way and makes a fatter part here, and then it kind of goes into a tip right there. Now look at the side here. If you can see, it's really thick. That's really thick right there. You can see how thick that is. You know what, let me break it down. I had to go get this. Okay, the thickness is 240 something thousandths. Let me do it one more time. 245 thousandths. Yeah, so 245 thousandths. Well, 242, whatever. Between 240 to 245 thousandths thickness, which is pretty thick. So what is 250 thousandths? That's about 1/4 of an inch. This is almost 1/4 of an inch thick. Now it's heavy. It's well balanced. This handle here is easy to grip. It has like a rubberized kind of coating here, so it makes for a nice area to grab hold of. You have an area here for securing it with like some type of a strap, so you can keep it on your body so you don't lose it. And the case even came with that, so you can use this and secure it through that hole if you want to. This knife is basically for chopping wood, or you could use it to make shavings to start fires, like for the kindling. You can use it. You can use it for fish, to scale a fish. You can sharpen the edges with a honing stone. It's got a nice finish to it, non-reflective, and it's very hefty. It's a thick, hefty knife, and if you're gonna chop down a tree, if you're trying to survive in the woods to create a shelter, this is like a little hatchet, like an axe. If you want to check out the length of the blade, it is over. This is a 6-inch rule, so it is more than 6 inches. Looks like it's just past 6 inches. 6 inches and maybe 4 thousandths or 40 thousandths. So it's like 6.4 inches. All right, so just over 6 inches on the blade length. And I would suggest anybody who's going to go camping, fishing, hiking, get yourself a good woodcraft knife like this. It's a survival knife, not a fighting knife or a combat knife to fight with people like a martial artist would have, or a Marine, K-bar or whatever. Not saying not to have that either, but this is far more useful for surviving in the woods in the SHTF situation. SHTF, look that up. I'm not going to say it on the air. All right, so came with a little case, which I don't really like the case, but whatever. And so there you go, the Schrade SCHF9. Look it up. What's next? A good GPS watch. This one is a really nice watch. These are kind of expensive, so if you're on a budget, you got to do something else. But even if you just have a watch, period. But with this watch, this one is called the Garmin Phoenix 5 Sapphire. When these first came out, they were, I want to say $700, $699, around there. And they first came out in 2017 or so. I think it was 2017 when this model came out, which is 4 years ago now. I got this on Amazon for about $280 because I'm a bargain hunter. So anyways, let me break it down for you. It's got a light, on and off. Tells the time. It's non-reflective in a lot of ways, as you can see. It's kind of dark like that. It's got a soft rubber band. It has a sensor on the back. As you see, it lights up, because if it's on your wrist, it'll read your heart rate. So it has a heart rate monitor. This is one of the best pieces of survival gear that I own. Let's go through it. Okay, it connects to your watch. It does all these little things, okay? So you have Tracker Plus, strength training. You have a navigation app, navigation feature, track me feature. Let me click the map and see if it'll go on. See, there's your map, which is showing me where I am because this connects to GPS satellites. Heart rate, stress, tells you if you're under stress. So if I'm wearing this while I'm working out, it could tell me my heart rate and the stress and all that kind of stuff. You could set routes. It has a jump master mode, which is a trip. So if you're doing airborne operations in the military and you're a jump master, you can do that. It has golf clubs or golf courses embedded already when you buy them. The watch, it comes with like all the golf courses in the United States. It's kind of crazy. What else? Anyways, the main thing is with this particular watch, it'll help you to navigate so you don't get lost. So if your car breaks down and you're wearing your watch, you turn this on to the navigate mode. Now you know where you're at. It marks your place on the earth. And then if you have to go walking somewhere and you can't figure out how to get back to your car, this watch will navigate you back to your car because it has a track me feature that creates a route. So it'll route you if you're going to go look for like a gas station or something, because your car breaks down, you get your gas can, you walk 3-4 miles, and then, oh, where's my car? This will tell you how to get back. If you're stuck in the woods somewhere and you're going to a creek, one of those top secret fishing locations, now you can't find your way back to the campsite, this will get you back to the campsite. So this is highly recommended. Again, when they first came out, they're $600-700. You can find this on Amazon for about $280 now. Do I recommend it? Heck yes. Because if you're stuck out in the woods and you get lost, I see it on the news all the time. People go hiking, a couple gets lost in the woods, and then they're found 3-4 days later freezing to death, or they're already dead, or you know what I mean? Like, it's tragic stuff because they got lost. So have a good GPS watch. All right, so that was the other item. Another item I highly recommend, I'm going to break it all down to you, is a pistol. In this particular case, I have this in a holster, soft holster. Take that off. Here's the gun itself. This one is a .45 caliber pistol. It is the Sig Sauer P220. Whatever gun you get, make sure you practice with it. So a pistol doesn't have to be .45. It could be 9mm or whatever. Get yourself a pistol. You're Americans. You're free. It's your Second Amendment right. You can defend your life. You can defend your wife and your family and your kids from animals, from 4-legged animals and from 2-legged animals. All right, another piece of gear. I highly recommend everybody get a nice backpack. Doesn't have to be specifically like this.